MFFLs.
Yes,
Harrison
sir.
Graham, Jeffrey Cooperstein with you. The NBA schedule has just dropped, and I got to tell you, Coop, the Mavericks just got great news with the specific chunk of their schedule. We'll dive into that here on today's show. But listen, schedule's out, which means we're that much closer to the 24-25 season. If you are a true MFFL, hit that like button. Can we get 1,000 likes on today's show?
Help us out.
I think the MFFLs can make it happen. All right, Coop. The great news is that the Mavs got a very manageable final stretch of the season.
Yes, indeed.
With their final 8 games, starting with a roadie at the Bulls on March 29th. And we'll go through these one by one, Coop. But on paper, at least, you got a lot of very winnable games down the stretch to create some momentum heading into the postseason.
Look, the first thing I looked at when I saw the schedule was the end stretch and what they're going to have to do during the business end of the season to try to get in the postseason or solidify their seed. And it looks like they've been given a gift from the schedule-making gods, who they claim is all random. We all know it's not random. So, I mean, but it does look great for the Mavs as they start with the Bulls here, and then they get the Nets, who are going to be awful. Let's face it.
I mean, this could be the Bulls will be playing hard because they have a lot of young guys, but these are two teams at this point in the season, they could be tanking for Cooper Flag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially Brooklyn, I would think. So those are two very manageable games, especially the Nets at home. I mean, that's got to be, considering when it is on the schedule, one of the easiest games on the entire schedule.
The Nets, their season should be over by then.
Oh, yeah.
So you would think that the Mavs would, on paper, be able to win that one with relative ease. Now, I'm not sure about the Atlanta Hawks. I don't think they're a great team by any stretch of the imagination, and I think the Mavs, especially at home, should be able to take care of business against Trae Young and the boys, but they're a kind of an unknown at this time. Are they going to be fighting for a playoff spot, a play-in spot? That remains to be seen.
Maybe Luka will drop 73 points again.
He might. Maybe at home this time. I would love that.
They've matched up well against Atlanta. I think at that point in the season, it's very possible they are out of the mix in the East. I would say the toughest part of this stretch, which is pretty manageable, is probably this next trio of games, starting with back-to-back road games at the Clippers. If you take care of business in these first 3, you split those 2 on the road. I think you're feeling just fine before you have 3 days off, by the way, when you face the other LA team back at home.
Yeah, this part of the schedule doesn't make sense. Why not just make this a road game against the Lakers and just stay out in LA for a week? But facing the 3 LA teams, always difficult. I would be shocked if Kawhi Leonard was playing for the Clippers at this time.
Well, that's a good
year.
point, too, because the Clippers season really going into it is hanging in the balance of Kawhi Leonard's health. If he misses extensive time, I don't think they're a playoff team.
Nope.
So at this point in the season, knowing his history and the chances that he'll miss time, they could very well be out of it. So if you're going to have back-to-back road games against the Clippers, getting it this late in the season, I think, is a huge benefit. And then, the Lakers at home, based on their recent years, Coop, probably going to be playing hard. So maybe that's one of the tougher ones down the stretch.
Mavs always play the Lakers pretty well at home, though. So that should be definitely a good game and maybe the toughest game remaining on the schedule.
And you get 3 days off before you play it. So
exactly.
That benefits Dallas as well. And then you got Toronto at home, which I think this late in the year, they're going to be done.
Should be a win.
I don't know if they'll be in the number one, again, worst record sweepstakes, but I don't think it's a playoff team, so you get them at home. And then you go on the road to face Memphis. Hopefully by then you've locked everything down. You and I are in agreement. I think the Grizzlies will be much better this year if they can stay healthy with Ja, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. But chances are things are handled by then in terms of what the Mavs are hoping to accomplish in terms of seeding, clinching a playoff spot, and all of that stuff. So 80 your final 82-year, Coop, pretty manageable.
If they need to, they could go 6-2 on this stretch and try to solidify whatever they need to get solidified before that game at Memphis, hopefully. Look, you can't ask for much more than this from the schedule god, so I'm very happy with this. We'll go over a few other key dates here on the schedule in just a moment, but I am very happy with this home stretch of the 2024-25
Some would say
schedule.
This is very great news. Predict the Mavs' final record this year, 82-game season. What do you think it's going to be? Let us know in the comments. I'm going to go, How about this? 53-29.
I was going to go 54-28
Okay.
because I asked you on the last show, more or less 53.5 wins. I'm going to take the more.
They're going to be, how about this? They'll be 53-28, and then they'll load manage and lose to the Grizzlies.
That would be tragic. They kind of did that last year where they load managed the last 2 games, but they had everything already wrapped up by then.
Exactly, and they will again. Okay, before we go over a few other notable games, get yourself a Real One t-shirt at Chat Sports. If you check out our videos here on Mavericks Today, some of the other channels here at Chat Sports, that makes you a real one. So if you want to represent, get yourself one. You got the kind of Mavs navy blue there. You got the Mavs green color here as well.
That one's my favorite.
Yeah, it's a classic. Chatsports.com/real1. Check one out today. Link will be in the comments and description. Get yourself a new t-shirt. Opening night, which we knew some of these in the last day or so, Coop, will be at home on that Thursday against the Spurs, the first game of a TNT doubleheader. I think that other game got announced too, by the way.
Oh, I didn't even see who it was.
It might be Phoenix. I can't remember who they were playing, but this is the first game of a doubleheader on Thursday night, TNT. Tuesday, Wednesday will be the first 2 games of the regular season, but the Mavs don't play till Thursday.
And then go figure, the Mavs do play in Phoenix on the Saturday the 26th. Again, they play them early in the season. They do it every single year.
Always play the Suns early in the year. So let's and by the way, played the Spurs opening night last year.
Yes, you did.
So second year in a row that has taken place. The NBA Cup schedule is out. The Mavs face the Warriors, Pelicans, Nuggets, and Grizzlies. That Golden State game will be Klay Thompson's return to the Chase Center, so that should be a raucous environment. Not the easiest group for the NBA Cup, so we'll see if the Mavs, make some noise in that this year. Last year, they were not a factor at all. Not that it really matters, but it gives you a little more juice early in the regular season.
Sure.
If you're in the mix, but
Go get the 83rd game and go win the NBA Cup. Might as well, right? I mean, why not?
Didn't the Lakers hang a banner for that?
The Lakers did hang a banner, but it's a banner that has like a bunch of different blanks on it. So if they win it multiple times, they can just add the year.
It's only one banner. Thank God. Okay. NBA Finals rematch at TD Garden on February 6th. Back in Dallas. Did we get these backwards?
We got it wrong yesterday.
Oh, okay.
We got it right today.
Okay, I was like, wait a second. So the first return to Boston will be in February. The game in Dallas will be on January 25th. So you've got that.
And then Christmas.
Merry Christmas, folks. We got Anthony Edwards and the boys coming to town and should put a masterclass on against Rudy Gobert again.
You would think so. Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert do not want to play the Mavericks, and they definitely do not want to play in Dallas. There is no doubt about it.
It will not be a Merry Christmas for the Timberwolves.
It will not indeed. Hope you enjoy Dallas, Rudy.
Because you'll never play here. All right, there you have it. Good. I like the way the schedule finishes. If the Mavs are in a good position going into those final 8 games, I think you're in a good spot.
I feel good.
Again, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We will continue to bring you coverage here on Dallas Mavericks Today. Until next time, go Mavs.
See you soon.